Hello, dear students. It's me, Zaripova, from Bucharest State University. Today, I would like to talk with you about public speech. Believe it or not, public speaking can be fun. There are few tips that will help you relax and have fun the next time you speak publicly. First of all, know your subject inside and out. Spend time researching and writing a stellar speech that you know will knock their socks off. Then, go over and over that speech until you are intimate, familiar with it. Your comfort with your words will show. Don't panic. Take your time. Don't read your speech word for word. Instead, try to speak like you are having a conversation with your audience. Better yet, speak as if you are having a conversation with a group of friends. Be confident. Don't stand there like a mannequin. And don't clutch the sides of the lectern until your knuckles are white. Be natural and animated, using hand gestures and facial expressions. Make eye contact. Make eye contact with the audience. You want to connect with them. Get them nodding their heads in agreement. Make them pay attention to you. Remember that your audience want to hear your message. They want you to do well. So relax and give them what they want. Vary your voice pitch and speed during your speech so you don't sound monotone. Know when to rev up the excitement, when to slow down and bring them into your point. Do things your way. There are a million suggestions out there for how to speak confidently and win over the audience. Tell jokes. Share a personal story. Use visuals. While these are all great suggestions worth exploring, they are not all going to work for everyone, and that's okay. It sounds cliché, but it's more important that you be yourself when presenting than try some technique you are not comfortable with. Plus, audiences are smart. They know when you are not being genuine. Know your material. Shout out to all public speaking teachers for this age-old tip. Know your stuff. It's a simple hack for speaking confidently and communicating effectively. If you know what you are talking about, that's half the battle. You are the expert. What's there to be afraid of? Rehearsing can get old after a while, though, so if you can, do your best to switch things up as you practice. Try changing locations, practicing with and without notes, alone and in front of others, and recording yourself to see how you sound. If you can conquer your material in a variety of environments and methods, you will feel much more comfortable when presentation time comes. Now, let's do some activities. Task number 1. Match the words and their definitions. In the first column, you see 8 words. Let me read them for you. The first word is ease. The second is monotone. The third is publicly. The fourth is stellar speech. The fifth is clutch. The sixth is reservoir. Seventh is revamp. Eighth word is knuckle. Now, please find the definitions from the next column, and I'll read them for you too. First, A. A tone which stays on the same note without going higher or lower. B. To take or try. To take hold something tightly, usually in fear, worry, or pain. C. One of the joints in the hand where your fingers bend, especially where fingers join on the main part of your hand. D. To become more active, or to make someone or something become more active. E. Describes people's speech that is of an extremely high standard. F. A large supply of something. G. Is something which is done so that everyone can know about it. And the last one, H. To make or become less severe, difficult, unpleasant, painful. Now, I'll give you a minute, and later we'll check the answers with you. So, time is up. The first is ease, and the explanation is to make or become less severe, difficult, unpleasant, or painful. And the correct answer is H, monotone. The correct answer is A, a tone which stays on the same note without going higher or lower. Publicly. And the definition is G, something which is done so that everyone can know about it. The fourth, stellar speech. And definition is describes people's speech that is of an extremely high standard. The fifth word is clutch. And the definition to this word is to take or try to take hold something tightly, usually in fear, worry, or pain. The sixth word is reservoir. And the explanation or definition to this word is a large supply of something. The seventh word is revamp. And the definition to it is to become more active or to make someone or something become more active. The last word is knuckle. And the description to this word is C. One of the joints in the hand where your fingers bend, especially where your fingers join on the main part of your hand. So, students, did you check? Please correct your mistakes if you have any. Let's do the next task. Task number 2. Listen to the tape and fill in the table with the tips and their explanations. So, we talked about the tips. Now, please try to fill in the table below. As you see, the first column starts with the tip, know your subject inside and out. Now, your task is to find the explanation for this tip, which is given in your listening task. Please, listen the text attentively and try to fill the rest tips and explanations in the table. Later, you can check the answers. Are you ready? Please listen then.
Lesson 8. Public Speech. Believe it or not, public speaking can be fun. The key is being prepared and confident in yourself and your material. Here are just a few tips that will help you relax and have fun the next time you speak publicly because you'll know you're prepared. First, know your subject inside and out. Spend time researching and writing a stellar speech that you know will knock their socks off. Then go over and over that speech until you're intimately familiar with it. Your comfort with your words will show. Second, take your time. Don't read your speech word for word. Instead, try to speak like you are having a conversation with your audience. Better yet, speak as if you are having a conversation with a group of friends. Third, don't stand there like a mannequin. And don't clutch the sides of the lectern until your knuckles are white. Be natural and animated, using hand gestures and facial expressions. Fourth, Make eye contact with the audience. You want to connect with them, get them nodding their heads in agreement, make them pay attention to you. 5. Remember that your audience wants to hear your message. They want you to do well, so relax and give them what they want. 6. Vary your voice pitch and speed during your speech so you don't sound monotone. Know when to rev up the excitement and when to slow down and bring them into your point. There is one final tip I want to share with you that will not only tremendously improve the quality of your public speaking skills, it will also help you accomplish each of the first 6 tips with ease. Improving your vocabulary. That's right. Having a greater reservoir of words at your disposal will help you to both prepare and deliver your speech with confidence. You won't need to read the speech word for word because you'll know a multitude of ways to convey your precise point. Knowing this will help you to relax, connect with your audience, and deliver an entertaining and persuasive speech.
Let's check the correct answers together. For the first tip, know your subject inside and out. The explanation is to spend time researching and finding much information in your speech. The second is take your time. An explanation to this tip is don't read your speech word for word. The third tip, don't stand there like a mannequin. And the explanation to this tip is don't clutch the side of the lectern until your knuckles are white. The fourth tip, make eye contact with the audience. And the explanation to this tip is you want to connect with them. The fifth tip, remember that your audience wants to hear your message. And the explanation to this tip is they want you to do well. The last tip, vary your voice pitch and speed during your speech. An explanation to this tip is know when to rev up the excitement. Now, time for homework. As your homework, please answer the following questions. They are, the first question is, have you ever spoken in front of the public? Have you ever spoken in front of the public? Second question, do you usually practice your speech in front of the mirror? Do you usually practice your speech in front of the mirror? And the last question, what do you usually do to feel confident? What do you usually do to feel confident? Please write down and send me in your comments. Thank you very much. Our lesson is over. Goodbye.